Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Bolt Banter. This is your boy Curtis Gaffron. We're talking Chargers and previewing Week 4 against the Cleveland Browns. Here's Kendrick. Kendrick, how's it going, man?
What's up, San Diego? Let's talk about that Chargers football. Lots of injuries to talk about, lots of news to talk about.
All right, Charger fans. So we're rolling into Week 4. Chargers are 1-2. Kind of a vital game to win here as we go down for the rest of the season. I think you need to win this game, turn things around. But first, let's talk about some news. This week they moved Johnny Troutman to the IR, which caught a lot of people by surprise. And a lot of people who follow the Chargers and report for the Chargers before Troutman had basically said that he was looking forward to returning. And then the next day, he was on the IR. And they speculated maybe it was because of all the O-line injuries they had for everything that was going to be going on with the O-line. Kendrick, what did you think about that move following the game?
Yeah, I was really surprised because I expected him to be back about 3 weeks from now, right around when we'd be playing the Packers. So I was really surprised to hear that. I'm kind of scared that it was a hasty move. I think that they made this move so they could just go sign another O lineman, not have to worry about Troutman sitting on the bench for 2 weeks, and that they probably talked to him about it. And yeah, he accepted his move to the IR just to get healthy for next season. I wish that they had waited, but as a result of the move, they took Tyreek Burwell from the practice squad, moved him up. Michael Ola, who's a guard, we moved him up from the practice squad, and then we signed a center, J.D. Walton, and we signed him up to the team. So we put Troutman on the IR, but we move up 3-0 linemen. So maybe it's a good move.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it could work out, but it was just a little. And Kendrick, I know you sent this link to me. I saw it the same night. NBC Sports article came out talking about how just recently the NFL had only want one team, and that this article was saying the only team that could go would be the Chargers to LA. And I didn't take it very seriously, Kendrick, but what did you think about that article?
Well, I thought it was interesting because it's a report on Shatter. Like, they heard about this from the Carolina Panthers owner, and he was talking about the LA situation, and he thought that it'd be the Chargers more than that, just because of how revenue would work. If the Rams were here, then we'd be splitting revenue between San Diego and LA, and they feel like there'd be more revenue if the Chargers just went up to LA. So it's interesting to hear him talking about that. It's what the owners are talking about. It's options that they're all looking at as far as revenue goes, how they can make the most money out of this move. And I think he sees it, and maybe some others agree with him, that the Chargers are the biggest revenue move for the NFL. And I think that's really going to factor into it. Whether people feel it's the Rams, whether it's the Raiders, a lot of people have different views. And just to hear that the Chargers are a high option to some owners kind of fascinates me.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. And then that makes basically that way. But then I've also heard the opposite side of that where, you move to LA and you may get a lot of people leaving the market because they were abandoned. San Diego fans in San Diego may not the train to LA and they may not follow their team to LA. It was all for money, really.
Yep, it's all about revenue. It's all about the dollar bills. How are they going to do it? And to hear that the Chargers are a top option, kind of weird.
Yep, dollar bills. All right, so we're talking about 4 against Cleveland Browns in some stadium. Injury report, pretty lengthy on both sides. Browns have almost a full team of injuries, but only there's 5 guys out on their team and a couple questionable, but no one really notable is going to be missing the game, from what I can tell. Both their quarterbacks were on this list, but they're both probable, and they both had full practice today. So it looks like they will both be playing. Chargers, that's a different story. there's a lot going on from all the O-line baloney that happened last week. And Darius Green had a full practice today, which is great. And Flowers had a full practice, which may be great if he can keep up receivers with his ankle injury or knee injury. And following all those in the line, there's been a lot of moves made. We're talking about what it may look like come Sunday, like who's on the O-line. Any idea who will be where or what it will look like?
So my thoughts on it are that the center that we brought in, I'm already forgetting his name. I think he's going to start at center. I think Johnny Troutman will start at left guard. I think that someone from the practice squad will start at right tackle so that Joe Barksdale can start at left tackle because that's kind of more important. And then we'll have Chris Hairston. I think he's going to play, and I think he'll start at right tackle or right guard. So from that, we kind of get an idea that these practice squad guys, these guys we signed, are going to be really important. Because I don't think Fluker plays in this game. I don't think Dunlap plays in this game. I don't think Franklin plays in this game. So that's our left side and our right guard. Honestly, if Fluker goes, then that's a better situation for us because we could have him at right guard. We could move Hairston to right tackle, and then we could move Barksdale to left tackle. So that's the main idea that I get from all this.
And to about games more, our offense is a little banged up, and we're going to get against Cleveland's defense. Kendrick, could this be Gordon break? Progressively getting better, kind of a step down, but I think this week breaking. Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's defense, they have a guy on the D-line that we should watch out for, but he's a rookie. Other than that, I'm not seeing where it would be a struggle for the Chargers to really come in hot, but they need to get their offense going unlike.
Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hello.
All right, I think we're back. That was weird.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Weird. Okay, we're back now.
All right.
Okay, so
As
I was talking
where
about
I was at when I dropped off, I was talking about the line, and then it sounded like you were talking about defense when I was trying to get back in.
I was talking about just our offense. If this would be a week where Gordon breaks out, and what could really keep our hopefully having a healthy bounce back from last week.
Yeah, I mean, the only guy to watch out for on the Browns defense is Joe Hayden. That's about it. Their pass rush, there's not really any names. Their linebackers, they're not really any names. So watch for Joe Hayden to be matching up on Keenan Allen, Malcolm Floyd on the outside, utilizing Stevie Johnson. I think Ladarius Green plays in this game, so we'll see him coming on the inside. But this is truly going to be the moment for Melvin Gordon to break out. Like, I've talked about it, week 4, week 5 here against the Browns, against the Steelers. Like, this is the time for him to show up. And he's already talked about it in an interview on Tuesday. He said, like, he's hungry for the end zone. He wants to be getting the touchdowns. I really think he finds it this week. And I think this is his time to shine. And I think they really have to. Like, I don't think they can really be dependent on the pass. So hopefully we can get enough of a push up there for him to get going.
Yeah, and this would be the perfect week to do it too. I think he's ready to do it. He's gotten better and better. Last week was a step back, but I think
last week's situation wasn't really right for him though. Like, we didn't really have him in there running hard, and I think this week we'll utilize that.
Yep, and it's at home, which is huge because home crowd is huge to have behind your back. And it'll be our last week, so it'll be nice to have Antonio Gates back with us.
Yep, absolutely.
Did I mistakenly say the wrong? Did I say the wrong guy was on IR earlier?
You said Troutman, Johnny Troutman.
That's right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because when you were saying the O-line lineup, I thought I heard Troutman, and then I was like, wait, I thought he was on IR.
Nope,
I think
definitely.
you meant someone else.
Maybe.
Or someone I heard wrong or whatever. But Troutman is on IR. He's on injured reserve. Okay. Moving on. Offense against our defense. Our defense, we have maybe Verrett and maybe Flowers playing, both a little banged up. And then how could we see that playing out if we saw Benjamin, their receiver, playing, who's had a couple big games this year so far?
Well, I think Brandon Flowers is going to play in this game, and I think Flowers is going to bounce back and shut him down. Like, it's that simple to me. I don't think I don't really expect their offense to be a factor, really. I think this team's better with Manziel. I think McCown's going to be in there out of stubbornness. And I think this is a good opportunity for our D-line and our linebackers to really just smash a quarterback up and just wreck him. Like, the Browns have a poor O-line. They have poor skill sets of receivers and tight ends in there. Their running backs aren't very good. And I think if we're hitting them hard at the line, then they're not really going to be getting much. I think Jimmy Wilson, our fourth-string corner, could shut down Travis Benjamin, to be honest with you. I don't find anyone on the Browns is very talented.
Yeah, I hope we can shut him down if he is a threat. And last week he didn't have a good game, just because I know since he's on my fantasy team, he had an all right game. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if you keep an eye on Benjamin, just take care of business. I don't think there's anything that could really get out of hand here. Run game doesn't make a threat at all, in my opinion. This is a good game for us to have on our plates to bounce back, get back in the swing of things, and get moving on to week 5 against the Steelers. But before we get ahead of ourselves, what would you predict as a score to this game?
24-17.
Alrighty.
I think it's going to be a show for us. I think we're going to show up. I think we're going to knock them down. But the 17 is more like garbage time points. Like, I kind of expect the Browns to just, like, cater some on at the end.
Gotcha.
Yep. 3 sacks is the number I'm watching for. 3 sacks from our defense. And 2 interceptions. 3 sacks and 2 interceptions are what I'm watching for.
We need some turnovers, and we need to hold on to the ball. We can't be giving it up anymore. Because we've been doing that ourselves. Yeah, for me, I'm going to say 24-13. And, yeah, I hope it's a healthy game for our team. Hope the defense does well. And hopefully our O-line can, what we have and what we've thrown together for this week can protect Rivers, because he had a rough week last week and we were all scared. So I'm hoping we can bounce back on our O-line and protect our quarterback. All right, well, that's all I really have to say about this game. I'm excited to watch it. I'm actually going to be there. Fun. So that should be fun. I hear there might be a chance of rain, but I can't wait. It's going to be a fun game.
It's going to be a good, just like bounce back game. Just like go out there, play a bad football team, get yourself back in the right direction. Like we'll be talking about it on Monday, but like Monday and Friday, but like the Steelers last night. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to play them. My goodness. Like they looked very bad last night, so we shall see. It's all an aspect of injuries, honestly. This is a game where get through this game. Let's get our O-line healthy. Let's get them back before the Packers. Like, I don't want to look too far ahead.
And we'll have a Monday night game.
Yeah, like, I don't want to look too far ahead, but, like, that's all strategy to me. Like, that's all I'm thinking about right now.
Yep. We'll have the Steelers on Monday night with Gates back, with people well-rested. Won't have to go anywhere. It'll be in San Diego. It's hopefully it'll be a gear against Cleveland, and then back a little bit more than a week, Monday Night Football. So that is our preview of the game against the Cleveland Browns. We hope that we can come out strong and win against them. I'm excited. Go Chargers. Thank you guys for the video. Please go follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and then check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud as well. Kendrick, any last remarks?
You know me, man. Bolt up. Stay classy, San Diego. We're sorry for the technical difficulties, but, Monday we'll be right back with it, hopefully with the Chargers win on the table.
Yeah, apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know what that was about, but we'll figure that out. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and bolts up. Later.